What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown Media. My name is Zach, and this is the show where I hang out normally with my buddy Broody Gambit and paint miniatures and work through our crazy backlog, but I'm all on my onesies today. Broody has to work tomorrow, and he decided to take the night off, but I still wanted to at least get done the Righteous Executioner that I started last week. I was going to start the God Killer tonight, the final miniature from Brutality, but I think I will wait until Mike is back for that one because there's just some bits of it that I'm not super duper confident with. Anyway, as with all the shows that I host here on the Another Letdown Media channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. So any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, without any more delay, let me actually fix the color on my camera because I think it's wrong. We'll see. I think that's stuck with it. Yeah, that looks better. Mr. Chomps looks more himself now. Okay, anyway. Right, so yeah, let's paint this guy. This is where we're at. As you can see, there's some... Hey, Seamus. There's some big gaps that I missed last week because I was starting to fall asleep at the wheel here. So we're going to start by patching up the last bits of undercoating and then moving on to inking, dry brushing, etc. I do have a couple like Firefly minis and things that we can do afterward. Seamus, did you guys do Spirit Island Saturday today? There was one, you missed it. Oh, right on. I apologize for the late start. My wife and I decided to watch Hamilton tonight, which is one of our favorite like date night things to do. We both adore that production, and we're so excited it's on Disney Plus. That was a bad Seamus and fell asleep. That's fantastic, man. Like, I actually really like that. I mean, our streams for Handelabra are wildly inconvenient times for you, aren't they? I mean, you're kind of operating in RPD territory at that point. Oh, really? I have not gotten around to that, nor do I particularly have any intention of it anytime soon. Like, I know I'll watch it eventually, but it's one of those ones that I just, like, to be perfectly honest, couldn't... Whoa, I'm not used to working on the big camera. They start at midnight for you? Oof. Gross. I think my glasses are fogged up. I can't see a thing out of these glasses. I'm gonna have to clean these. Best X-Men film so far, but that's a low bar. Oh. Oh. That is a controversial opinion, my friend. I think a lot of people would argue it's the Wolverine. Unless you're discounting solo X-Men movies. Because I think you'd find a lot of people would argue for Deadpool also. Technically, who is a New Mutants character. Ugh. There's some schmutz on my glasses that I can't actually get off. I guess that'll do. I don't, like, Adam and I have had this discussion a lot. I don't particularly care for the X-Men, but then I don't, in general, care for, like, the aggressively powered characters. My favorite characters tend to be the boots on the ground, street level stuff. To the point where actually Adam asked me, "Hey Kirk, how's it doing?" Adam asked me a question yesterday, and I was like, "Dude, I can't answer that. I actually just don't know." Man, with a big camera up like this, it's really easy to see my mistakes. There we go. Logan was the only other good one. I don't think of Deadpool as X-Men, it's just a different tone. Oh, thank you. I'm quite happy with him. As I mentioned last time, I was just saying to Seamus, Kirk, that I'm probably not going to move on to the Last Brutality mini tonight, just because there's a lot of weird detail in him that I want to consult the Broody for. So I'm probably, if I finish this guy, I'll probably move on to some other Firefly minis. Yeah, I did. I'm not happy with it. I gotta be honest, I don't like it. I am, in general, very upset with the way that they did Unity for Freedom 5. I don't like the way she looks. And that's largely just me. When we had Adam on the show a couple weeks ago, he did explain why she looks that way, and I understand that. But I don't know. I hashtag not my Devra. I will happily do that for you, Kirk. And yes, metal miniatures totally paintable. A lot of the early models that I've done were metal. Bring back Debbie. Bring her back. But yes, I'm super excited that Parse is in. That makes me very, very happy indeed. I voted for, I'll be honest, I voted for Lifeline, but I was like, it's a toss-up between Parse and Lifeline for me. I definitely, like, the one that I was definitely very opposed to was Felicia. I was like, nope, I do not want another Parsons. Hey RPD, how you doing, bud? Well, that's all right. You haven't missed much. I was just saying that I was running a little late because my wife and I decided to watch Hamilton for reasons. Yeah, I agree, Seamus. I just... And this is exactly RPD's logic, too. And I completely agree with it. It's just... She's just strictly better, Paul. No, you're very correct. Definitely not making excuses. Love Hamilton. And it just seemed appropriate. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject. That is all I'm going to say on the subject. Spent the afternoon doing a bake sale with my students. That was kind of cool. For a bake sale during all this, during the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, to use a Game Grumps turn of phrase, we made quite a good chunk of change. So, very proud of them for that. Good kids. They do good work, and I am proud of them. Makes for a long day, though, having to travel up all that way and then all the way back. Nice. Thank you, Seamus. Again, that is all I'm going to say on the subject. Okay. Alright, I'm going to quickly throw down the Astrogranite on his base before I do the Xandri Dust over the, like, stitching and stuff that he's got going on. Also, apparently the eyes of this wolf on his sword are supposed to be blue, but they're not actually sculpted. So I'm going to try that, and we'll see what happens. Actually, since I need to hold the base, I'll do that now. This is going to be a miracle of hand-eye coordination if I can pull this off. This is the Mega Man 04 soundtrack. One of my faves. Yes. It is, of the Zero games, it is my least favorite. Oh, Kirk, you were here the other day when my headphones went out. I finally figured out what went wrong. The volume control is right here. So when I bumped my head back against Deathstroke, it rolled the roller all the way down. So it just muted my headset. And I was like, what is going on? What's this? What's the matter with these things? It was just turned down. I was so mad at myself. It was definitely the ultimate learning and growing. But there you are. And all things considered, for having no sound, I did pretty okay. Once we figured out his pattern. I am going to start... I think I'm going to start turning the music off because Twitch is muting a lot of it. And it's really quite irritating. Like, even YouTube lets it fly. It just gives it credit, which is pretty cool, but... But there's like 2 big chunks of the replay that got muted, and I was like, this is absurd. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve before I do that. The music is really fantastic in those games. I am super, super enjoying it, and like, part of me is like hoping that Alex cancels Gear Up again this week so I can play more. But I also want to play more Gears. Because as I'm sure you can tell from my alert animation, Gears is my favorite. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Oh, I should add the Metroid Fusion soundtrack to this. This playlist. Oh, really? Mine was Super Metroid. And it remains my favorite. Fair enough. I adore Metroid, Super Metroid. I actually replayed it for This Is Difficult a little while ago. And yeah, we had a great time. I don't think I finished it in my replay, but you know, I came close. I was like, "Yep, I'm good. Got to move on to something else." Part of the problem with doing a podcast, I liked Echoes, yeah. Part of the problem with doing any kind of a podcast about games is, I mean, and a lot of people would call it not a problem at all, but I consider it a problem. Is Cult of the New, is like they want. Viewers or listeners want new content as frequently as possible, and it's like, well, give me enough time to enjoy what I'm going through, you know? And that's why Jason Hex has been on hiatus for so long, is like through the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, again, to use a Game Grumps turn of phrase, we haven't been able to play anything other than what you see us play on Tabletop Simulator. And yeah, exactly. It's and that's that. Yes, that is absolutely correct, Kirk. Like, I stream for my own amusement, and the fact that you and RPD and Seamus and others, you know, Jimmy, etc., happen to find enjoyment in it also is super, like, it's awesome, and it's gravy, you know? I love that you guys tune in all the time, and, you know, it's really nice to have someone to talk to and work through problems with. It's a great way to enjoy a game, and you know, you all are fantastic, and I really, yeah, I try really hard to be as interactive as possible. And the fact that my chat's not moving at 90 miles an hour, which, like, admittedly, I've done streams like that, and it's impossible. Like, there was a brief time where I was working with the Loading Ready Run chat, and you know, doing a couple things with them, and I was like, I can't keep up with this. This is absurd. But I mean, credit to them, they got me into streaming. It's extremely fast. It's overwhelmingly fast, and you know, I was in their chat from the very beginning when they were just streaming Magic and stuff, because, you know, fun fact, I was very into Magic the Gathering for quite a long time, and that's fair. Those are actually 3 people that I don't really follow. Surge, I know, but I was when I was really into it, I was pretty tight with Graham and Kathleen, to the point where Kathleen actually helped me grade some papers at one point. She and I came up with this really cool assignment that I gave my students, and she actually did the grading for it, or like the scoring for it. And Graham actually Skyped with my students at one point because they were learning filmmaking, and you know, he and Paul came in on a Skype call and helped my students out with some stuff, and they really enjoyed that, so that was pretty cool. And they did Fate of the Elder Gods on the AFK stream a little while ago, so of course, with my rather intimate knowledge of that game, I was back in the chat for that, and everybody's like, "Where the heck have you been?" And I'm like, "Well, you see." Fair enough, Seamus. I mean, I got my first cards were given to me in '94, and I was like tiny. I was a super young kid at the time, and so I had no idea what they would mean. And then, like, after college, there was a community there, so I was like, I need, you know, people to hang out with. I'm gonna start playing Magic again. I played in high school a little bit, like I knew the rules and stuff, but I didn't play competitively. But there was a group around the store I work at now that played competitively, and I was like, all right, sure, I'm gonna play competitively, I guess. And I played so much and was consuming so much Magic content that I just started to hate who I'd become. And so I stopped. I started getting more aggressive into board games instead, and I've loved every minute of it. The community is just generally more polite. And I mean, especially the cooperative gaming community. Like, you get goofy interactions, like when John is like, "Why did you do that?" But, you know, that's just part of the fun of it. You also get weird interactions, like I was telling my students today. My boss, we were playing a game of Twilight Imperium on a board game day. Like, this is a public board game day event. And he flips the table at the end of the game and yells, "Now we know what kind of person you really are!" I love Twilight Imperium. I only get to play it like once or twice a year, because it is a very long and involved game, and I kind of have to like relearn it every time, but it is super fun. Yes, that's exactly how it got to me. at one point too, Seamus. It's like the Magic community just got way too much, and so I moved on, and it's been great. Like, nothing against the game; it's a good game. It's just not for me, you know. Yes, the non-competitive side tends to be a little bit nicer, and that's quite nice too. But it's hard when you've been in the competitive scene. It's hard to switch that off and make suboptimal plays just for poops and giggles. So I do have the unsets, the silver bordered Magic stuff, in a 4-2-1 ratio. So 4 of every common, 2 of every uncommon, 1 of every rare in a cube, which we do play from time to time, and that's still super fun. Because at that point, there is no expectation to be at all competitive. You're just looking to make the goofiest play possible. Yeah. And that's admittedly hard too, right? Because, you know, for a very long time, I was playing a tier 1 or 2 modern deck, and depending on the meta, and it's really it's impossible to shut that brain off. You know, every time I would sit down and try and play, like, for example, Commander. That's what it is. I would be like, I just want my robots back. You know what I mean? Alright, I need Xandri Dust, and I need to do the patches and things. Affinity, yeah. Yep, I was that guy. I'll get you in a second, RPD. Hold on. You used to be really big into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then laughed your butt off when you looked into what the state of it is now and learned communities finally revolted and just play every format imaginable except standard modern type formats. Something GOAT format, yeah. Thank you. No, it just kept popping out too much on these bigger minis. Like when I've got it, it's right here. When I do the fireflies, I'll grab it again. But yeah, for these bigger minis, it just doesn't work. Yes. Yep. This is one of the final boss fights. Alright, I need to make some executive decisions now that I'm not thrilled about. Oh, jeez. Yes, I will. I've had a couple of different ideas. First, I got to decide what to write in it. And I think, based on his description, it's the names of his enemies, but I can't quite read it in the picture that the reference image that I've got. But I'm considering not doing that with paint and doing it with the fine tip marker instead, which I have. I just don't know where. I think it's in the other room. So we'll see. That's probably something that'll be done off screen. I think it's big enough for text, but my handwriting is atrocious. So we'll see. I've done like actual text in other books that are smaller. So like, I believe it can be done. I don't know, dude. My handwriting's pretty bad. I'm trying to find like handwritten something that's not confidential on my desk. Again, I can't. Everything's out of my reach. I have really good jokes, but they're all out of reach. All right. Is it time to ink this? No, I still gotta figure out. Oh, right. Okay, that's an easy solution. Ugh. Okay, that's better. So I got these straps on his arms. I'm going with Dryad Bark here for just a little bit of color, but I like the idea of it being pretty dark. don't know how well that's working. I can't even see it. Okay. That's about as close as it's gonna get, I think. Parse is pretty great. Took me a while to come around on Parse, but like I'm starting as I start to like understand her deck better. I guess started, because I kind of at this point know what I'm looking for. I don't know all the cards in her deck like I do some other decks, but you know, she's wonderful. All right, I gotta take a look at this off camera. Okay. Marvelous. I discover. Yep. The big money card is syntactic analysis in general, or snap decision if I'm playing fugue state. Yeah, that's fair. I find it really funny, Kirk, that like you're all like, "Oh, that pauldron looks so good," and I'm like, "I hate it." I'm sitting here going over it for like the 5th time. I don't hate it. I actually quite love it, but I want it to look good. I think I mentioned it last time. This particular model is like the centerpiece for Brutality. He's in a lot of the promo art and stuff. So I really want him to look his best. Thanks, I hate this. Thanks, I hate it, yeah. Oh, nice. I mean, once again, I'm going to be a parody of myself and mention the Mega Man Zero model kit that I did a long, long time ago. All it needed was a little Null and Oil, honestly. But adding a little bit, it was a little bit more than that, but I'm very happy with how that came out. All right, so, oh man. Oh yeah, I hear that. I mean, that's getting beyond even Adams. This art is 6 months old is terrible. Yeah, maybe a little. So I still got this vial on his belt that I don't know what to do with, but I think I finally have an idea. So I need to dredge up, if I have it. Yes, I do. Ha! This silver is going to be way ridiculous for this. And you'll see why once I hit it with a specific technical... Oh, dear. Might be just too ridiculous in general. Healing pots are traditionally green. Yeah, but this isn't a healing pot, is it? Or, red, rather. They're red, usually. I think. I could be wrong. Okay, there we go. The end credits music for Mega Man 04. Is this... What? Wait, is it? No, this is 04. Oh, huh. I don't choose it. It comes up on random. If I do, I get copyright struck. This is true. Symphony of the Night had dope end credits music. All I know about Castlevania is what a miserable little pile of secrets, but enough songs. Yep. That sure is a thing. Missed a spot. I get so crabby when I miss a spot. Ah, Mega Man X5. Here's some good stuff. Alright, it's inking time. Oh no, it's not. Fart. Jeepers. I keep finding things. Yes, he does. No one suspects the Inquisition of the Righteous Executioner. I don't know how I can hold this and get these on the screen. Oh, that was bad. Yes, you did. The comfy chair was too brutal even for brutality. Oh my god, he's got toggles on the outside too, gosh darn it! Oh my god, I've missed so many bits. I apologize, this isn't exactly good watching right now. I'm doing this weird detail under a shadow that it's kind of hard to get on camera. And is extremely likely to get covered with Nuln Oil anyway. Is the paint drying? Yes. Well, I'm going to declare... Oh, for God's sakes. Every time I go to declare the base coat dry, or done, I find another bit that I've missed. So I did watch the latest episode of Mandalorian yesterday. I won't obviously spoil anything, that's not my jam. But I will say that there's an awesome cameo by one of my favorite British panel show comedians, Richard Ayoade, also known as Moss from the IT Crowd. Yeah, it's definitely a filler episode, but I think there's some good world building in it, and some introduction of some stuff from things like Rebels and other stuff that I've not seen that Broody was mocking me for the other day. Yeah, I mean they've done a really nice job building out that world and making it as special as they can. So I am there for any world building they want to do, I'll be honest. All right. I'm doing it. I'm calling it. We're moving on. Next thing. Dude, okay, so I want a Mandalorian holiday special. Lego Star Wars holiday special, very excited about it. But give me a Mando and the Child holiday special. Like, do Life Day for real. Give Life Day its proper chance. Don't give me itchy and lumpy. Although I did suggest to my sister that we watch Star Wars Holiday Special for our holiday gathering this year. That did not go over very well. Yes, I believe the child is in it, yeah. Give me like a proper Mando and child holiday special. Alright, I'm going to try and get clever with the shading here. This could backfire in my face horribly. Look, I just want to see the Twin Sun Squadron on screen. I know it'll ever happen, but I want it. Yeah. For real, man. And while we're asking for specific squadrons, Wraith Squadron, please. Or like anything from the... I know, right? Vurt Sabinring. My boy. Although Keltainer, that dude. And also Jensen's Ewok. Yub yub, Commander. Yeah, I know. Dude, the Wraiths were awesome. I mean, Rogue Squadron was great too, don't get me wrong. I just always had this affinity for the Wraith Squadron because of the way they were created. Yeah, I didn't care for the Yuuzhan Vong stuff, but Trader was good. I just didn't think that they needed the Yuuzhan Vong. I don't know. It's not that it wasn't interesting, because, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there. It definitely was, but... Yep, I agree. But I think they're like what made Wraith Squadrons or Rogue Squadrons so cool was they didn't deal with Empire-based threats mostly. They dealt with, you know, remnant stuff, which I never really had a problem with, I guess. Right, that's fair. I mean, they were fine as main baddies for that particular situation. I thought. But for like overarching major plot stuff, yeah, they're kind of not useful. This is the power of Agrax Earthshade. The Nuln Oil is the very last thing that I do to this model. Although I will put some on. I'm actually going to do it twice on this particular model because I want to darken up the gray. So right now I'm adding tone and depth. Oh, shoot. Oh, yet another bit I missed. I am going a little heavier with this than I normally do. I wonder if I'll also need to commission you to do the... I don't know, man. So I'm not getting the mobile defense platform because I'm not ordering that pack. So, whatever you decide, I'll comply. Like the mobile defense platform, if I end up liking it, is going to be the only thing I've actually been fond of in that pack, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to bother adding that. Just seems like a lot of space wasters. I personally don't love three-dimensional tokens. I prefer cardboard chits. It's just me. But if the MDP does end up being unpainted, I will happily paint that for you. All right, red next. Nice. That's fantastic. I like it when groups are willing to, you know, sort of go that direction. A while ago, I was telling RPD about that's one of his Hearth's Heart characters. I was telling RPD about my play group being willing to indulge an LWE beat off in the middle of a campaign. Which was really funny. Alright, I'm going to attempt to darken up the grays and the silvers now. Let's see how that plays out. Yes, Hearth's Hearth is his own alternate post-Oblivion timeline. Well, and pre-Oblivion timeline. The basic conceit I would give is, what if there was a team where there was a... What if... My thoughts on Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia. Oh God. Hold on. I use Tabletop Simulator because I have to. I don't like it. It's really, really fantastic for some games and really, really absolutely horrible for others. I don't like. Obviously, we play Arkham over it, or Buffy. Those work fine, but in general, I would always rather play in person. I love that it exists, and I'm happy that we have a way to keep playing playing board games right now. But in general, I don't even want to see it. I hope this works. Oops. Oh dear. Yep, both cloak cape. And that's the idea. Not really sure why I'm doing this now. I'm gonna hit the whole model with Mortnell oil later, so doesn't really matter. Maybe I'm just waiting for this to dry. Problem with inks is they take forever and a day to dry. Sorry guys, I'm not looking for a second here. I'll get all caught up in just a second here. All right, sorry. One of the best DC teams was Outcast, where you have a hero team trying to effect positive change in the world instead of maintaining the status quo, and there was not so understood threat from the Justice League to not push things too far out of that. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. So yes, he should look a little bit darker and a little bit more heavily shadowed now. I'm not thrilled with how that worked, but we'll see what happens when dry brushing goes down. Yeah, I'm not very happy about that. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way the book turned out. Hick. I'm going to try to be more specific with where I put the Nolan oil. And now I've left a giant fingerprint in his butt. I'm an idiot. Oh, this has gone very badly wrong. Oh, God. Uh-oh. I'm not too worried because he's going to get a dry brush, but... Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I'm just gonna let them dry and see what happens. Yeah, once I dry brush that, it'll be fine. Of course, this begs the question, what do I want to do next? And like none of these fireflies are leaping off at me. I don't like any of those. Ooh. Okay. Possibly. It's the Reaver ship from the Firefly board game. I can't find a good reference photo of it, though. The Reavers are so weird. And the fact that they have three identical ships is like, what the hell? Like, I think I have a general idea how to paint it, but... Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, I guess this will do. Alright. Yeah, and in the Firefly board game, they're literally... They're exactly the same. And that bugs me. How do Reavers clean their spears? They run them through the wash. Go to bed, Kirk. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, Seamus. That's entirely correct. It's too soon, man. Will always be too soon for that joke. Alright, base coat. Okay. I got to hang out with Alan Tudyk a couple years ago. He is an incredibly chill, polite human being. He, we were at a convention, and I didn't even work like on his team directly. I was working with Bryce Papenbrook and Trainer Nishimura from Attack on Titan, and he still made a point of coming over to every volunteer and saying, "Thank you." Yeah. I'm just gonna paint him differently. I mean, more or less the same, but rather than trying to bulk paint them, I'm gonna paint them one at a time. Which is, I know, slower, but it'll force me to paint them differently. I mean, I've done a lot with green stuff. I love green stuff. I'm pretty good with it, but like I've already primed them, so I'm not gonna bother at this point. Yep. I'm just gonna try that, and then we'll do the rest with Lead Belcher. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I like this. Occasionally just letting a little bit of the black show through. I'll hit it with a little bit of dry brush of a brown, too. Once again, we'll rely on the inks to sort of bring it all together. I'm gonna kill this pot of paint. Toe up to flow up. Yep. And then we'll add the blood over the top of the rust. So I'm kind of just doing some blending right now. I'm not thrilled with how the front end turned out, but I guess it's okay. Alright, I'm going to do a couple of things to sort of rever this thing up a little bit in just a second. I do have something very cool in mind to make the, to do the blood on the hull with. I'm gonna use blood for the blood god, which is a technical paint that looks like blood. Like, legitimately looks like blood. But I'm gonna get a little experimental here. With ye oldie corn red. And a smaller brush. And this could backfire horribly on me, but... I'm just going to put down a couple of areas of darker blood. Or pop it off the paint handle. That too. This is largely to cover up some mistakes I made. Make the blending look a little more consistent. And a lot of this is going to get covered up with dry brush anyway, but... Oh my god. Paint handle, do your dang job. That'll hold. I think I'm going to ink this, which is just Nuln Oil. And then we'll do dry brushing on. Oh. Nuln Oil does an awful lot to bring this whole model together. Once the Nuln Oil dries, that'll be ready to dry brush, and it'll be good to go. We'll check on the Righteous Executioner boy in just a second here. Nuln Oil does do a lot of the heavy lifting, or just inking in general. Does a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, you saw what it did for the book, especially. Just anything that needs a little bit of texture, you can kind of really make it happen with inking. There's also an obnoxious like glow. Oh yeah, no, I mean it is in many ways very meme status amongst the painting community. In so much as it's both looked down upon as a bit cheaty sometimes, but also like just incredibly useful. Hey RPD, this is relevant to you. J-Tro just announced region-free Blu-ray releases for all of his movies, not just the FP. Make sure you do. See that you do. All right, let's put this aside for a bit. Grab this guy, see if he's dry yet. He does appear to be. Yeah, now that he's dry, Kirk, you can see a little bit better what's going on with his hood. And dry brushing is going to take up a lot of that. The link's not up yet, RPD, but I will. He just announced that it is happening. It's not official yet. Like, he doesn't have a link for it yet. But I think he looks a lot better, and we're gonna do some dry brushing, like I said, to make that really happen. But I need my app. Okay. I'm sitting here like staring at the app and staring at the model and like trying to decide what I want to do. And if I'm honest, I'm just not sure. All right. We have a line here. Like I said, it's dry brushing time. I thought I had a bigger dry brush than this, but apparently I don't. What is line? I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bull hockey. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Kirk, I think it's pretty noticeable at this point what we're doing with the hood here and how it's helping pretty dramatically. Just sort of smooth things out a little bit. I think I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Oh, here's another story I can tell. In our Sentinel Comics RPG game, Wraith's Rafters went up against... Well, we ended up in Rook City, and then subsequently Ravenwood, going up against some strange Cult of Gloom activity. And Setback got himself into some trouble with Hatch's portals. Ended up concussed. Expatriate got frustrated with him, and I made a bad pun at his expense. Something to the effect of, "Oh, for the love of Pete." And then we got ourselves out of that trouble and immediately found ourselves face to face with some guy wielding all 3 relics of Gloomweaver. And he had a bunch of cultists. They were chanting. Of course, my hero does sound manipulation stuff. So I just dropped this, like, zone of silence on them. And everybody died. No, Expatriate didn't shoot us. Although I'm sure she considered it. She definitely shot us some serious looks, and she did complain about my pun. Which, as well she should. It was bad. I'm going old school now. Should do. Cut, man. This is guts, man. Ruh-roh. I seem to be lacking in a specific shade of blue. for that sword. It's alright. We'll make two. Sorry, we're just gonna skip it. Go right to the end. Skip the chapter and go right to the end. Alright, man. Have a good night, Seamus. Talk to you soon, buddy. I'm not far behind you. I quite like that, actually. Alright, I got a little more dry brushing to go, and then we'll slap some... Oh, no, I take that back. There's flesh stuff to do. Then we'll do the dry brushing. Then we'll slap Nuln Oil over the whole thing. And then I gotta do the writing in the book. Alright. That's all right. I'm not going to do the writing on the book on stream. That's not a thing. I am, however, going to stare at this for a while. Because I'm starting to lose... I know you did, RPD. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think that's going to happen. I might actually text the developer of the game and be like, hey, what does it say in Trajan's book? Because I'm sure he can tell me. Oh. I'm just knocking all the things over today. I'm looking for a specific dry paint that I can't find at the moment. Oh, wait, here it is. There we go. I don't know why I'm shaking that. It's a dry brush paint. Sorry if I'm being a little less than talkative right now. I seem to have run out of things to say. Which is not something that happens to me very often. It could be that I'm just getting tired. Spoiler alert, that's very much the case. Alright, I think next up is his face? Probably? Alright. While that dries, we'll do the silver, of which there is not an insignificant amount of. Of which there is not an insignificant amount. There we go, words. Words are difficult. If you want to see me butcher more words, tune into This Is Difficult tomorrow night, where I will be joining the boys for some attempts at words. Sadly, 'tis true. This boy is starting to look very righteous and executioner-like. Everyone's favorite Mega Man song. Alright, another little coat on his face. Still having problems with stupid thing. This app is so broken right now, and it's driving me crazy. There we go. Okay. Kislev flesh. Oh yes, this is looking good. You guys, this is looking good. I'm getting there. Let's see what else needs to be done, if anything. I think we might be there? Other than the writing in the book? Like, I think we did it. I think we did it, guys. There's one more technical detail that I want to throw down. That's not the right one. There is... Nope, that's not it. What did I use on Tap's gem? I realize I'm kind of talking off the top of my head here. And in vagaries. It's not either of those. It's older than that. So what the heck was it? Oh my god, I'm having a complete blank moment. It can't be this, can it? That's way too orange. It's not that. So for context, a while ago, GW released a set of paints that are designed to go over this ridiculously bright silver that I did this vial. And make it look shiny. And I can't for the life of me remember what it was. And it's driving me bonkers. So I guess I'll Google it. Gem paint. Gem paint, that's what it is. Yeah. So where's that? That's what... Okay, there's Soulstone Blue. What's the red one? What the heck is the red one called? Spirit Stone Red. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay. Where did it go, and what did I do with it? Or did I steal it from Joff? Because that is also a possibility. I'm just realizing that now. I may have stolen it from somebody when I did it on... So I did a model for my best friend, Travis. And that's all right. We'll just use this one. We'll see what Hexwraith Flame does. Might do learning and growing here. I was hoping to go with red on that, but green is fine. Yeah, it seems to be working okay. Maybe. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Maybe not exactly what I was looking for, but that'll do. Why not? All right. I think he's done. Other than slopping a whole bunch of Nuln Oil over the top. And writing in the book. Part of me really wants to write in the book right now, but I'm also way too tired and I don't want to write like this. That seems like a terrible position to write in. So, I'm just going to hit it with the Nuln Oil and we'll call it good for the night. And I'll take the picture in the morning. One last thing. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. Whoops. All right, I think that is the Righteous Executioner done. I'll turn him sideways so y'all can see him. As soon as I dry off this brush, give me a second. All right, here he is, the Righteous Executioner. He's still obviously a little wet, but I think I'm pretty happy with him. I'll let him dry. How long is this Reaver cutter going to take? It's going to take a little while to finish. So, anyway, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Thank you all very much for tuning in. More of this next Saturday. Hopefully, I assume Broody will be back by then. I know he just has to work tomorrow. So I will be back on the Handelabra Games channel tomorrow night at just before 7. I'm going live a little bit early because I will also be back on the Ryugami-san channel for This Is Difficult podcast at 9, I think. I don't know. Paul hosts it. Whenever Paul summons me, I'll be on that. And then I will be back here either playing Gears or Batman on Thursday, and then Arkham on Friday. Thank you all so much, and have a great night, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye.